Are you aware that Facebook changes as often as women change shoes, men shave their faces, as often as teens ask for money and babies dump gifts in their diapers? Well, Facebook changes a lot. I remember doing this tutorial for the first of many times 5 years ago. And after all, change can be a good thing. But here it is again. I'm Theresa Santa with iBrand Your Business. So let's get started on how to create a Facebook page. First, you must have a Facebook personal profile created. So log into Facebook, and please note your personal information will not be displayed on the Facebook page you are about to create unless you choose to. Your personal profile is so that you can have administrative access to the page you are creating. Click on the blue down arrow on the top right corner here in Facebook so we can get started in creating our page, and select Create Page. Here are the 6 types of pages you can choose from. If you are completely uncertain of what type of page you need, click on them so that you can study the categories to see which one fits best for your business. And don't worry if you're unsure. You can always change this later in your settings tab anytime after you've created your page. So let's talk about these briefly. If you're a storefront business, you want to display your address, so you would choose local business or place. If you're a company, organization, or institution, which includes people running a small business from their home or running an online store, not necessarily a business person, this would most likely be the category for you. Brand or product category would be someone selling a specific item or specific brand in a specific industry such as electronics, home decor, clothes, etc. The artist, band, or public figures is for individuals in business, such as a business person, author, dancer, singer, or government official. The entertainment category is for someone whose sole purpose is to entertain or recreational use. A great example would be a school sports team, book series, or radio station. The cause or community category is for nonprofit charities, or serves like a community page for a cause. Examples would be AIDS walk, marathons, missing children, cancer awareness, and scouts. For this tutorial, we're going to pretend and create an online retail shop and choose company, organization, or institution. And then for my category, I'm going to choose retail and consumer merchandise. So I'm going to go ahead and type in the name of my business here. I'm going to call it Theresa's Dreamy Shoes. And make sure you read Facebook's page terms. Then after you've done that, click on Get Started. Facebook will now take you step by step through a wizard that you can fill out now or skip for later. But it's always best you have this information filled out as best as you can so that your page starts to rank in searches such as Google, Yahoo, or Bing. So on the About section, fill this part in using keywords that correspond to your business, such as, we are an online shoe store with a variety for men and women. We ship all across the US and Canada. We offer from athletic shoes to fashion shoes. Okay, at the bottom here, put the link to your website. If you don't have a website, you could use another social media site like Twitter, LinkedIn, Google+, or even like your Yelp page. Okay, for your Facebook URL, this part here is to make your page's URL shorter. Instead of having Facebook's default web address, which is very long, something along the lines facebook.com/pages/Theresa-dreamy-shoes/some crazy number. You can shorten this as long as the URL name you are requesting is available. If you're not sure what this should be, do not enter it yet, as you cannot change it more than once. So many people get this section confused with the name display of their page. And let me show you what this is talking about. See up here where our shortened URL for Facebook is facebook.com/iBrandYourBusiness. If you're confident in the URL name you want to possibly use, go for it. If the name is not available, Facebook will alert you as soon as you click on this Save Info button. You may need to try different names, but remember not to commit to it if you're not sure. You can always try later, and I'll show you where to do this from your settings options. For the bottom question, just answer it truthfully. The question is different for other categories than the one you see here. For your profile picture, upload your logo or something that will represent your business. For the exact measurements, use 180 pixels by 180 pixels. If you don't have anything right now, it's okay. You can skip this. So either upload a photo or skip. Next in our wizard is the add to favorites. Let me show you what this is. If I go to my newsfeed, you'll see that I have several pages that I manage. Most of you won't have this much, but I own iBrand Your Business and I'm constantly going to that page. So I added it to my favorites so that it's always here on top. If you want that, let's go back to the wizard and click Add to Favorites. Click Next. In the Reach More People section is when you want to run ads. Facebook pages are completely free, but you can run ads for different things. This wizard only shows you the ads for likes, but most likely your page is not complete at this point, and you may want to skip this and not advertise on Facebook quite yet. Advertising is completely optional. So I'm going to go ahead and click Skip. Woohoo! We have a page. It's a little bare, but that's okay. We're going to change that in a bit. Facebook will prompt you with a brief instructional tour of your new page. And these top 3 tabs are your admin panel. Next, what we want to make sure is that you like your own page, so make sure you click this button here to like it. If you are ready to invite your friends, go ahead and do so. But please note that you can do this later if you'd like to complete your page by uploading a cover photo and getting acquainted with your administrative area. The area here on the right side and the top admin area is only viewable by admins of the page, which right now is only you. You can see the new likes for the week here, any notifications on people who liked, shared, commented, or any other engagement. And if you choose to have your messages turned on, then you will see notifications of people who send you private messages here. I'll show you where you can turn this off if you wish in a few. If you noticed on this page I've just created, it replaced my category and made it a community page. This happens a lot. I will come back to talk about your cover photo in a minute, but what I want to cover is the following. I definitely want to change the category back to what I originally selected. And I know that my page right now is visible to the world and I'm not quite ready to show it. So I want to temporarily unpublish this page. This is completely optional for you. I do it out of preference. So first, to unpublish my page, I will click on Settings, inside of General, click on Edit, next to Page Visibility, click on Unpublish Page, then Save Changes. Don't worry, we're going to go ahead and publish it before we're done here. Don't bother changing your settings just yet until you change your category to the correct one, because each category has different options. So let's do that now. While still in the Settings tab, go to Page Info. Click on the Edit button next to Category. Click on the down arrow of the first list and select your category. Mine's going to be Companies and Organizations. In the next field over, click on the down arrow and get more specific. Mine will be Retail and Consumer Merchandise. Then click Save Changes. Okay, now let's go back to General. Most of these settings are very self-explanatory, so I want to just point out a couple of them that may make a difference for you. The first one is Messages. This is for private messaging only. We keep ours turned on because people frequently inquire about our services on Facebook. But if for whatever reason you want to turn it off, then simply click on the Edit button and uncheck this box and click the Save Changes button. The other thing I want to mention is age restrictions. Facebook pages are public even to non-Facebook users, but once you limit an age restriction, Facebook will hide the page unless the user is logged into Facebook and in fact meets the minimum age requirement. So to keep it as public as possible, I would leave this alone unless your page is required by Facebook to have an age restriction. The next thing is page moderation. You really can't get away from spam these days, and most business pages, including myself, don't appreciate when a spammer is using your page to promote their business by placing links to their site on my page. To control that, I type the following in this section where it reads blog post or comments containing the following words. I put in http:// http and www so that no one puts spam links onto my post. So that is the basics that I wanted to cover in this section. Now let's go to page info. These options change depending on your category, and they are pretty self-explanatory too. Make sure you fill out as much information here. What I want to talk about in this section is about your URL. Remember when we were creating our page, I told you that you can choose your shortened URL later? Here's where you can do that at any time you are ready. Where it reads Facebook web address, click on Edit. Click on Create a web address for this page. If your page isn't already in the page field, select it by clicking on the drop-down arrow. You want to enter your URL name here. Do not capitalize or use spaces. You can only use alphanumerical characters A through Z or 0 through 9 or period. Click on the Check Availability. Facebook will prompt you if the name is not available. If it is, it will give you a new pop-up window. Please read the prompt before committing. If you are absolutely sure, then click Confirm. Otherwise, click on Cancel to try another name. Again, you do not have to do this now if you are not ready. To get back to your page, you can simply go to the newsfeed by going to Home and click on your page on the side here. Let's go back inside of Settings and then Page Info. Again, your options may differ than what I see here, but if you see the yellow icon exclamation point, you must do something. For example, on address, I see the yellow icon here. Whether you want to display your address or not, you must do the following. Click on Enter Your Address. Either enter your address or click on the drop-down arrow on the top line and select No Street Address. Then click Save Changes. The short description serves as your About section. You will see what you entered when we were creating our page using the Facebook wizard. You can edit this at any time. Please enter any other information. The more details you have, the better for search engine optimization. If any other yellow icons, as I see here under Add a Phone Number, you can either enter your phone number or select from the down arrow No Phone and save changes. I'll do the same for website. I'll either enter one or select No Website. Let's move to Post Attribution. This is a preference of when you are on your page. You can switch back and forth from your page identity to your personal identification on Facebook, but you can select the default here. Let me show you very quickly. Let's move to Notifications. Here you can set how you want to receive your page's notifications. Pretty self-explanatory. Let's move to Page Roles. This is really an important section. First, you should always have another administrator of your page set up here, whether it's a coworker, friend, or spouse. It's a safeguard to have another admin just in case something happens to your personal profile. You don't lose access to your business page. You can also add others which may work for your organization, but you may not necessarily want them to have full control, such as the administrator position of your page. There are two ways to do this. If you're already friends on Facebook, all you have to do is type the person's name and you'll see their profile thumbnail show up. If you are not friends, you will have to use their email address they have associated to their Facebook account. Give them a role. Each role has different levels of page management. If you are unsure of the responsibilities of each role, click on the drop-down arrow in this field and select one, and under the role name, you will see the description of responsibilities for that role. Remember that admin has full control of the page. Then click Save. Facebook will prompt you to enter your Facebook password for verification. Enter it and click Submit. If you are not friends on Facebook and you had to enter an email address, the person will need to accept the role on their side. They can do so from their notifications. Next is Apps. This section I won't cover too much here, but Facebook and their developers offer lots of apps that you can add to your page, including other social media platforms such as Twitter, Pinterest, and YouTube. Please look for our other video that shows you how to add these apps. But for now, I am only going to add the Events app because I want to be able to create events when we are having a sale. So click Add App. This will add my app to the More tab of my page by default. but you can move it out the More tab, and I'll show you how when I explain the front side of your page. I am going to skip some of these because they are self-explanatory. In the featured section, you can choose to display that you are the owner of this page. Right now, people do not know that. You can also add featured liked pages here, such as other pages you might manage or your parent or subsidiary company. But right now, we haven't liked anything else as our page, which I'll explain in the front side of your page. The ban section is self-explanatory, and you may need it when you get spammers. Activity log. Let me take you to our page so you can see one that's already populated. This is really useful, and you'll find yourself in here quite a bit, especially if you have others managing your page. Your activity log is a list of your posts and activities from today back to the very beginning. This logs all outgoing activity from your page. The activity tab up here is a bit different. It acts as notifications for all incoming activity going into your page. Okay, let's go to the front of your page by simply clicking on the Page tab. Or if you are on your news feed, click your page from the sidebar here. Let's put a cover photo and thumbnail so that we can publish our page and we can start inviting your friends. If you have not created a cover photo or thumbnail, please make sure to check out our other video on how to create a Facebook cover photo and thumbnail for free 2014. And please read the video description as things have changed a little bit on both Facebook and on PicMonkey.com, which is the tool that I used to show you in the video. I'll put the link here and in the video description below. Here are the exact sizes for those who are graphic savvy. Your cover photo is 851 pixels by 315 pixels. The thumbnail is 180 by 180 pixels. To upload a cover photo, click on Add a Cover and click Upload Photo from your computer that you'd like to use. Now, if the photo's larger, you can just drag to position. When in position, click Save Changes. If you didn't upload a thumbnail, go ahead and do so now by clicking on Update Profile Picture. Choose Upload Photo from the drop-down list and choose a photo. If your thumbnail is not the correct size, you can click Update Profile Picture, choose Edit Thumbnail, and in the window, drag to adjust and click Save. Remember when we added the Events tab? Here it is under the More tab. You can move it out of there. At this time, Facebook currently allows you to display 2 of your apps up here on your toolbar. The Timeline and About tabs cannot be moved. To rearrange your tabs, click on More, click on Manage Tabs, then drag and drop in the order you want your tabs to be, click on Save. Although this part here has been around for a while, Facebook has just made it so much easier. You can switch between your personal profile on your business page on this little icon here when posting or commenting on your individual posts. For example, I am going to post something quickly here as my page. And then after it's posted, I am going to switch to myself and post a comment. Okay, there is a little bit more to this that I will quickly share in a minute, but now that we have a complete page, you can now publish your page and invite all your friends. Facebook really wants you to publish your page. If you haven't noticed, there are signs everywhere. So let's go ahead and click on Publish Page. Now what you want to do is click on Build an Audience and invite all your friends. Unfortunately, you can't select them all at the same time. You will need to click on them individually. You can filter your invites by clicking on Search All Friends and filter them by a certain category. The last thing I want to touch on is your multiple identities on Facebook. We have a video, Facebook Tutorial 2014, How to Get to Your Facebook Business Page Plus Tips. That video shows you how to change your user identity from a personal profile to a page and vice versa. It's important to know that you have 2 separate news feeds and 2 separate ways on liking other pages, which I talk about in that video. Congratulations on your new page. Please make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and visit us and give us a like on Facebook at facebook.com/iBrandYourBusiness. Thanks for watching.